Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we are reacting to Motionless in White, Thoughts and Prayers. I haven't heard this song yet. I love this band. I grew up listening to this band back when I was in my scene phase in high school. This band was at the top of my list to jam out to. One of the coolest bands possibly ever. Just always have approached metal with an interesting twist. They've always had such a cool... They've been ahead of the curve as far as metal goes for ever, as long as they've been around. Chris Motionless's voice, both when his singing voice and his screaming voice, are incredible. Their guitarist is incredible. I think the guitarist from Ice Nine Kills, this band, and a band that I reacted to 2 videos ago, the old guitarist from them left to join Motionless in White. So I think one of the new guitarists in Motionless in White is from Ice Nine Kills. So there's that. I'm pretty excited. I haven't seen this music video. I haven't heard anything about this new song. I know it's been out for a while. I'm catching up on stuff that I haven't reacted to or listened to yet while I had my injury, and still sort of have my injury. That being said, let's kind of hop right into it and let's jam the fuck out. I'm excited. Immediately chuggy. Ooh, that hits right the fuck away. Weird seeing Chris blonde. Just the... I don't want this, I don't need this, I don't give a single fuck about your thoughts and prayers. Salvation, destruction, it's like a thing of loss of love. Right, more money, tragedy, more than worth excelsior. Man's just pulled a heart. Is it his? Or someone else's? This song is already sick. Also, Chris Motionless's makeup is always incredible. Like, credit to either him or his makeup artist who does his makeup, because it's always really good. Like, so just to break it down from the beginning, you've got that really bouncy riff that happens like during the chorus and like right before the chorus when he was just almost scream rapping. It was like it's like it bouncy. It's very almost nu metal sounding. His screams are on point as usual. He sticks with that Fry scream going into a false, like a mid false chord, but he sticks to like Fry mids and Fry highs just to keep his, that's where his range usually sits at. I know the black paint that he has from his neck going up the sides of his neck up here and all over his arms is something that he does before shows. He usually will have fans paint on him all over his body, and then he goes on shows that way. So I like that he sticks to that, doing that in his music videos. This is just what I heard. I could be incredibly wrong. I've never seen them live, unfortunately, but from what I heard, that's what he does before live shows. So that the fact is, if that's correct, and he translates that to his music videos, I think that's pretty cool. His voice has got this tonality to it that I really, really, really enjoy, because it's like that classic, like when you think of screamo, which is never correct, and don't call it screamo for the love of God. Not just for me, I don't really give a shit, but the metal elitists will rip you apart if you call it screamo, and then I'll feel bad. So just just call it metal. But for your traditional screamo sound, he encapsulates that. Like when you think of screamo, or not heavy metal, but like scream metal, you think of Chris Motionless's voice. Like even if you've never heard the band before, you're like, this is what I hear, this is what I think of when someone says the word screamo. It's this band, either this or Asking Alexandria. Those are like the two that you immediately associate with the word screamo. And I think you have to have a pretty intense legacy for that to be what the first thing you think of. Or for your band to be like one of the first things that you think of when you hear the universally misused word screamo. I think that's a pretty incredible legacy, and the fact that Motionless in White has stuck to that legacy and has stayed relevant and stayed good throughout all of these years without really switching up. Like they switch up styles, but like it's like their last album had very much of a Korn influence, which I loved. I thought it was awesome, and they even had Jonathan Davis from Korn on a track, which I thought was incredible. And Another Life is one of my favorite songs to come out of Motionless in White's repertoire, probably of all time. So I like that they bounce around between styles while staying within a niche, because they know their niche and they know if they stick there, it's always gonna be good. And also I think Chris is just a fan of that niche because he pulls a lot of influence from around the alternative scene. Like obviously his early stuff, especially like America by Motionless in White, was heavily inspired by things like The Beautiful People by Marilyn Manson and things of that nature, Tourniquet by Marilyn Manson. But then he also pulls from Korn, and he pulls from early heavy metal like Pantera. You can hear those like chuggy breakdown riffs, which a lot of metal pulls from, because Pantera is like one of the first bands to have breakdowns. One of, not the, but one of. And they pull from a lot of different places, and I think that's what makes their music sit in that niche still, but also stay interesting. It doesn't, for me, it stays interesting enough for me to want to keep coming back and listening. And that's not to say that all music needs to be constantly interesting, because oh my god, if the next time someone says it's not very interesting and that's why they don't listen to a song, I'm gonna lose my mind. Jesus Christ, just listen to music. Like, it doesn't need to be fulfilling some sort of inlaid prophecy in your brain. Just listen to the music. You can still listen to music and have fun. Like, it doesn't need to be a fucking magnum opus every time you hear a new song. I promise, you'll be fine. That's what I mean by elitism. If it doesn't fulfill some sort of preset negotiation that you have in your brain, like that the music needs to fulfill this preset list of things that this band has no idea that you have, it's not a good song. Fuck you, just listen to the music. that's my whole I know I got off on a little bit of a tangent there. Let's go back to the song. I think that was the old guitarist from Ice Nine Kills, the guy that he was just painting on. Ooh, I like that. That tone is really cool, that guitar tone. Holy well is tried, so when you face the truth, open your fucking eyes! Oh. This makes you want to fucking crowd kill right now. Oh, so much blood. Jesus. Holy shit. What a classic style breakdown. How haunting is that for strobing and him just with black eyes? That's a rough lyric. You won't get what you pray for, so give up the pain, give up the Holy Ghost. Yeah. Fucking incredible. What an insane song. That was so good. Like I said, Motionless in White, it's another one of those bands that just kind of never misses. Top 10 bands in my brain, at least. Just so good. Their last album didn't miss. This album's probably not gonna miss. I'm super stoked to hear more from them. I know they just did a song. They just did a whole concert inside of an old reformatory, and they live streamed it, and I watched that. Well, I didn't watch it because I was afraid to. I wanted to watch it. It was fucking, from what I've been told and from what I've been hearing about it, it was really fucking cool. And I know they have the whole VOD up, so I'm probably gonna go watch that now that I've reacted to this song. This was fucking cool. I'm super excited to hear more from them out of their new album. I'm in love with Motionless in White. Chris Motionless is one of the coolest people to be in the music scene right now, as far as like a creator of music and as far as like a personality in the music scene. He's always had like this positive message, just kind of like be yourself, be true to who you are, and I've always supported that, and I've always been all about that shit. This was super rad. I liked the guitar work a lot. Let's begin to break it down now. The guitar work, fucking solid. Did exactly what it needed to. That breakdown was super sick, and how it had those like pick scrapes in the middle of it. That I've always like, it's such a classic breakdown technique, and it works so well. It causes it to hit harder. It causes it to get that effect in you where you just want to flail your arms and you just want to go ape shit. And it did exactly that for me. I hated being confined to this chair. I wanted to go crowd kill in the back of my room immediately. That being vocals, Chris Motionless's voice is, as always, just one of those classic, like I said before, classic screamo voice. You hear the word screamo, you think of Chris's voice. It's very classic. It's evolved over time to be this incredible voice that his singing voice is incredible, and also his screaming voice is incredible. And I'm always happy to hear more by them. I'd like to hear Chris do something even softer. Like Another Life was soft. I'd like to hear him do something even softer. I want to hear his clean vocals really come through. And I think that, to me, I think he would make a crazy good song that way. Like Corey Taylor did with Snuff. I'd like to hear Chris Motionless do with a different song. Drums, that drummer is nuts. Just he syncopated his beats to the guitar riffs, and I thought that was a perfect choice, especially for that breakdown or right before the pre-chorus. That just like how he's like that. I don't know. That's always sounded cool to me. The bass is, again, doing exactly what the bass needs to do, and that's the sign of a good bassist. I will always say it. The bass is always going to do what they need to do, and that is your sign of a good bassist. If your bassist is not doing what he needs to do, he's not a good bassist. That's all it is. There are other bassists that will derive from that path, and those are the exception, obviously. You have people like Davey 504 or any of the Wooten brothers. I don't know his name, but the Berber Dang guy from Mudvayne, Berber Ding and Flea, at obvious outliers. But like, as far as like your mainstream bands go, I think the best bassists are the ones that do their job and do it well. Because if a bassist is not doing the job, the song sounds terrible. Yeah, I think that breaks down pretty much everything. That being said, follow me on all the social media. All the links are down in the description below. You can follow me there. I don't post too often, but when I do post, you'll be following me, so you'll be able to see it. Subscribe to the channel if you liked the content and you want to see more content. Like the video if you liked the video. Dislike it if you didn't like it. It's free to be a homie. It's free to hang out. I appreciate everybody who stops by. We're actually really close to 50 subscribers, which is crazy to me because I've never even had close to that amount. So that's super, super grateful for that. Thank you everybody who stuck around while I was taking that break for the injury. Like I said, I greatly, greatly appreciate everybody who stuck around, everybody who came back to the channel after I started re-uploading again. I'm incredibly grateful for that. I'm hoping to start streaming soon when I move. I'm moving next week on the 1st. And then about 3 or 4 days after I get moved into the new place, I should have everything set up. So if I don't stream or upload anything for a little while, that's why. I'm hoping to have things kind of pre-recorded and up and ready to just publish for those couple days so that I don't have to worry about it too much. But I will update you as such. There's a Discord link in the description below also, so that you can come and hang out on Discord with me, talk to me, we can play games together. I'm always down to play games with some new people. I'm always down to make some friends. Quarantine times have made us all pretty lonely. That being said, thank you everybody so much for watching. Catch you in the next episode. And as always,
Suffering!